Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we are going to see the next game in this Cubs at Pirates series. Pirates have taken the first two. Today's game is going to be 52 degrees outside with the wind blowing out to center at 11 mph. And here are the lineups. The Cubs will lead off with left-hander Jason Heyward, followed by second baseman David Fletcher, first base Anthony Rizzo, shortstop Javier Baez, left fielder Kyle Schwarber, third baseman Chris Bryant, catcher Wilson Contreras, center fielder Albert Almora Jr., and the pitcher Jose Quintana. He'll be making his third start of the year. He is 1-1 with a .466 ERA. Opposing him will be a Pirate lineup consisting of center fielder Jared Dyson, shortstop Kevin Newman, first baseman Josh Bell, right fielder Gregory Polanco, left fielder Brian Reynolds, second base Adam Frazier, catcher Victor Caratini, third base Eric Gonzalez, and Pirate pitcher Trevor Williams, also making his second start of the year with an 0-1 record and a .251 ERA. Let's play some baseball. Beautiful afternoon here in Pittsburgh, 12:35 game time. As the game gets underway. The Pirates come in at 9-3, leading the Central Division. The Cubs 4 games behind at 5-7. Looking to make up some ground today. We have a 1-2 count, and here's the pitch. And Heyward strikes out swinging for the first out in the top of the first inning. Cubs second baseman David Fletcher will now bat. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball over to the right side. The second baseman Frazier fields cleanly, throws to first, retiring Fletcher for the second out. Rizzo now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on, 0-1 count. Rizzo grounds it to Frazier a second time. That's 2 in a row for Frazier, throws them both out at first base. And the Pirates have brought the top of the first inning to a close. Cubs go down 1-2-3. Pirates will now bat in the bottom of the first. The lefty Quintana on the mound for the Cubs today, facing Jared Dyson to lead off this game for the Pirates. 1-0 count. Quintana looks in. Here's the pitch. He hits into center field. Almora with a dive, and he gets there for the catch, retiring Dyson for the first out. Kevin Newman will now bat with a 2-1 count. Quintana with the pitch. He grounds it up the middle. Baez is there, makes the throw over to Rizzo, and he will retire Newman for the second out. And now the red-hot Josh Bell is batting with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to Bell. Grounder again to Baez. He has to go to his right that time, but he fields and throws to Rizzo to end the inning. Well, going to the top of the second now. Cubs and Pirates tied up at 0. Full count to Baez with the pitch. Baez watches that pitch go by, maybe just a little bit low, and he heads down to first with the walk. Good eye there by Baez. Draw the leadoff walk, and Schwarber will now bat for the Cubs. 1-1 count for Schwarber. He pops it up to left field. The left fielder's running fast, but Reynolds gets under it to make the catch. Shallow left field for the first out. That will bring up Bryant with 1 out and 1 man on. First pitch to Bryant, and Baez is stealing. The throw goes down to second, but Baez is going to be safe First steal of the season for Javier Baez. Dives in underneath that throw. And Bryant will now bat with a runner in scoring position and a 1-ball count. There's a single up the middle. Baez is rounding third. He is going to head for home. The throw comes in, and Baez is safe at home on a very close play. The center fielder, Dyson, on a heads-up throw, got it all the way home, but the throw was late, and the Cubs score the first run of this game. Bryant stays at first with a single, drives in the Cubs' first run. 0-1 count now, and here's Contreras lifting it to left field, but the left fielder Reynolds is going to have a routine play. He'll put that away for the second out. Almora will now bat. Bryant still standing on first. And 2 down. 2-0 count with the pitch. Almora hits it really well, but it's going to be tracked down in left center field. Looked promising coming off the bat, but ultimately was a bit short. And Almora is retired for the third out. We go to the bottom of the second now. Cubs up 1-0. Quintana with the 0-2 count. And he strikes out the Pirates' leadoff hitter, Polanco, on a pitch that was low and away. 1 down now. That was Quintana's first strikeout of the game. And here is Bryan Reynolds. Reynolds grounds it easily over to first base. Rizzo, with a clean play, runs to first and retires Reynolds. That will bring up the second baseman, Frazier, with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. He hits it into center field. Almora's running, and Almora with another diving catch. That is 2 amazing defensive plays in this game. Almora looks like he was clutching his ribs a little bit when he got up from diving for that ball. But we're told it's not serious, and Almora will remain in the game in center field. Quintana now the batter. The Cubs half of the third inning, 1-2 count. And Quintana knocks it up the middle for a single. Nice piece of hitting there by the pitcher, Jose Quintana. Gets a single to lead off the top of the third. Hayward is now the batter. He will be batting from the left side against the righty Trevor Williams. Nobody out, runner on first. And Hayward hits it hard to third base. The third baseman makes a diving stop to prevent it from getting into left field. However, his momentum was carrying him away from the play, and he was not able to throw to first. He didn't even attempt a throw to first to try to retire Hayward. So, count that as an infield single for Hayward. Quintana advances to second. The Cubs now have first and second, nobody out, and the second baseman, Fletcher, will now bat with a 1-2 count. Fletcher watches strike 3 go by for the first out of the inning. Fletcher was not expecting a curveball right there, but he got one, and it froze him. Rizzo will now be the batter with 1 out and 2 on, and that's a balk. Williams is not happy. The home plate umpire calls a balk on him, and the runners advance to second and third. So now the ground ball double play is not really an option for the Pirates. Rizzo batting with 2 runners in scoring position, full count, and he hits it right up the middle. The pitcher Williams, in an excellent reaction, reaches up and grabs that ball. That was headed for center field. It was going to be a base hit and drive in at least one more run. Williams definitely saved a run for the Pirates right there. 2 outs now, and Baez the batter. Quintana still on third, Hayward still on second, 0-1 count. And Baez hits it to third. It gets underneath the third baseman's glove and out into left field. Quintana scores, Hayward scores. The Cubs are up 3-0 as Baez slides into second with a double. Baez got that just out of reach of the third baseman Gonzalez, and it bounced all the way down into the left field corner. A 2-run RBI double for Baez, and Schwarber now will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on second. Full count to Schwarber. Schwarber checks his swing. The umpire says he did not go around. And Williams issues his second walk of the game. The Cubs now have first and second and 2 out. And Bryant is the batter. 3-0 count. Bryant watches ball 4 go by high. That's 2 consecutive walks for the Cubs. And now the bases are loaded with Wilson Contreras, the batter. Cubs looking to add to this 3-0 lead in the top of the third. Full count to Contreras. And Contreras hits it very weakly on the ground, but the catcher throws it away. The catcher throws it out down the right field line. 2 runs are going to score. Caratini made a very bad throw. And Bell was not able to handle it over at first base. The Cubs are now up 5-0. Contreras is on second on the error. 2 runners score. Bryant is now standing on third. That was some heads-up base running by all the Cubs base runners to advance and get that second run scored on the throwing error by Caratini. Now with 2 outs and runners on second and third, Almora is going to get the intentional walk to bring the pitcher Quintana back up. He led off this inning. The Cubs have actually batted around now. Quintana will be the batter with the full count. And there's a ground ball to second. Frazier throws to first. Bell almost got pulled off the bag on that one, but it was not meant to be. The Cubs are retired after scoring 5 runs in the top of the third, leaving the bases loaded, and are now owners of a 5-0 lead. They scored 4 runs in the top of the third. They are now the owners of a 5-0 lead. We go now to the bottom of the third. Quintana pitching to Caratini. He will face 7, 8, 9 batters in the Pirate lineup in the bottom of the third. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. And he misses high with Caratini. Pirates have a walk. That's their first base runner of the game. Eddie Gonzalez now. Eric Gonzalez now. I don't know who Eddie Gonzalez is, but he doesn't play for the Pirates. Eric Gonzalez plays for third base for the Pirates, and he is now the batter with Caratini on first and nobody out. 3-0 count. There's a fly ball. Almora is tracking in right center field. He gets to it just in front of the warning track, and Gonzalez is retired for the first out. The Pirates will now send up a pinch hitter, Kevin Kramer, for the pitcher's spot, which means that Williams' day is done. He threw 3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of which were earned, issued 4 walks and struck out 2, and presently would stand to lose this game. Kramer now the batter with 1 out, runner on first. 0-1 count. Quintana looks in. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right field. Hayward is going to have a play. He reaches up and grabs it. That one made it all the way to the warning track, right in front of the scoreboard in right field. Hayward records the second out, and now Dyson will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. 3-0 count to Dyson. And he takes ball 4 up and in. There was really no chance he was going to swing at that. It practically came in right at his eyes. Newman will now be the batter for the Pirates. Full count, 2 out. And Newman hits it easily out to right field. Hayward comes in, makes the catch for out number 3. Pirates are retired with 2 runners stranded in the bottom of the third. We now go to top of the fourth. Cubs up 5-0. Jeff Hartlieb will be the new pitcher for the Pirates. He is facing Jason Hayward to lead off the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Hayward. Here it comes. Hayward hits it on the ground to second base. Frazier to Bell, retiring Hayward for the first out. Cubs second baseman Fletcher will bat now with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. He hits a little looper. The third baseman, Gonzalez, is going to get there and put it away. in short left field. Rizzo now will bat with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-0 count to Rizzo. He hits it on the ground. The first baseman, Bell, has it, heads to first, tags the bag himself, and makes the 3rd out. Go now to the bottom of the 4th, and the Cubs still leading 5-0. Quintana, surprisingly, has only thrown 35 pitches so far. Feels like it's been a lot more than that. But here we are in the bottom of the 4th, and Cubs protecting a 5-0 lead. 2-2 count to Bell. Here's the pitch. Fly ball straightaway center field. Almora is coming in. He has a line on it, and he pulls that in for the 1st out. The bottom of the 4th. Polanco will now bat. 1-2 count to Polanco with the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on the inside fastball. Even if he'd gotten his bat on that, it just would have sawed it off right above the hands. But it was a swing and a miss, and 2nd strikeout of the day for Quintana. 2 outs now, nobody on. Reynolds the batter. Quintana with the pitch. Hard hit, line drive to center field. That is over Almora's head. Reynolds is heading for second. He is going to come in standing to second with a double. It was a well-hit ball, 1 hop to the wall, it looked like, out in center field. Reynolds now standing on second. Frazier the batter with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. 0-2 count to Frazier. And a ground ball over to Rizzo. Rizzo flips to Quintana, who is covering first, and that is the 3rd out of the bottom of the 4th. Cubs now come up top of the 5th. Baez will lead off the inning. Cubs will send up the 4, 5, 6 batters against Jeff Hartlieb, coming out to work his 2nd inning in today's game. 3-1 count with the pitch. Baez showing a lot of patience today, drawing his 2nd walk. He heads down to first now. That OBP for Baez just keeps rocketing up, as Schwarber is the batter now with Baez standing on first and nobody out. 0-2 count to Schwarber. He hits it well to right field, but that is going to be playable. And yes, the right fielder Polanco catches it on the warning track for the 1st out. Baez still on first. Bryant now the batter with an 0-2 count. And Bryant hits it on the ground. 3rd to 2nd to 1st. Inning-ending double play. Bryant is the final batter of the Cub half of the 5th inning. And we go now to the bottom of the 5th. Cubs still up 5-0. Caratini will lead off as the Pirates will send up 7, 8, and 9 batters in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 count to Caratini. Here's the pitch. Hitting to left field, Schwarber looks like he is going to let that bounce. Schwarber plays it on the bounce, and Caratini has a single. And now we have Eric Gonzalez batting with nobody out, runner on first, and the pitcher spot coming up next. I'm guessing with runners on, we're going to see a pinch hitter. But here's the 1-0 count. There's a fly ball lifted to right. Hayward seems like he's got a line on it. He does. He pulls that in for the 1st out of the bottom of the 5th. And now the pitcher Hartlieb is actually going to bat for himself with Caratini on first. I fully expect a sacrifice in this situation. We'll see if the Cubs bring the corner infielders in to try to counter that tactic. And there is a bunt. The pitcher fields it. Quintana goes to second to try to get the lead runner, but he is safe at second. Caratini somehow legged that out and beat the Quintana throw. Poor decision making there by Quintana. The Pirates are trying to give you an out, and the Cubs don't take it. Now we have runners on first and second, only 1 out, and the Pirate leadoff hitter Dyson is up to bat. 0-1 count to Dyson. He hits it on a line into center field. The diving Almora makes his 3rd excellent defensive play of the game. Almora with a fabulous catch for the 2nd out. Newman will now bat. Cubs trying to wiggle their way out of this inning with 1st and 2nd and 2 out. Newman now the batter. Fly ball to right field. Hayward coming in, and he puts it away. 3 outs. Go now to the top of the 6th. Cubs are batting. A big sigh of relief there as they escape the bottom of the 5th with the 5-0 lead still intact. Contreras now the batter for the Cubs. Contreras hits it on a line out to left field. Reynolds plays it on one hop, and Contreras has a single to lead off the Cub half of the 6th inning. Almora now the batter, facing the righty Hartley, making his 3rd inning of work here. And he hits it out to left field, but Reynolds this time is able to get in on it and make the catch. Quintana now the Cub batter. We'll see if David Ross decides to execute the sacrifice with the pitcher up and a runner on first. 1-0 count. He lays down the bunt over to third base. That was a well-placed bunt. There was no chance at getting Contreras at second, despite his inability to run particularly quickly. Quintana is thrown out at first for the 2nd out. Hayward now the batter with runner on second and 2 down. 2-2 count to Hayward. Here's the pitch. Hayward strikes out swinging to end the inning. Pirates allow a base runner, but that base runner is stranded. We go now bottom of the 6th, and the Cubs are up 5-0. Quintana, having thrown 57 pitches through 5 innings, is going to start the 6th inning with a 2-2 count to Josh Bell. And that's hit on a line out to right field, but it's pretty well right at Hayward. He only managed to make a couple of steps to adjust and make that catch. Bell is retired for the first out of the 6th inning. Polanco now the batter with a full count. And he checks his swing. Quintana is not happy about that. He felt like he went around. Quintana has a few choice words for the umpire out there on the pitcher's mound. Polanco now standing on first with the base on balls. Reynolds the batter. Cubs protecting a 5-0 lead. 1-2 count. Quintana comes to the plate. And he comes in with a changeup, and he fools the batter pretty badly right there. Reynolds strikes out. He was way ahead of that changeup. Frazier now, the Pirate batter, with 2 outs and the runner on first. And that's going to be a base hit into left field as Schwarber catches it on one bounce and throws the ball into Bryant at third. That prevents the runners from advancing. Frazier has a single. Polanco advances to second. And Caratini is now the batter with 2 outs and 2 on. Bottom of the 6th. 0-1 count to Caratini. Hits it on the ground to Bryant. Bryant throws across the diamond. Oh, and he throws it away. He throws it away, and Rizzo is not able to get a handle on it. That ball just sailed down the right field line. Caratini is on second on the error. It was a throwing error charged to Bryant. Frazier advances to third. A run scores, and the Cubs are now up 5-1. Gonzalez is now the batter with 2 outs and runners on second and third. Quintana is just beside himself. He feels like he should have been out of this inning twice already. 1-1 count. And there is a double high off the wall out in left field. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. The runner's going for third. That is a triple for Gonzalez. And the Pirates now have cut this down to a 5-3 Cub lead. Quintana, trying to do his best impersonation of Carlos Zambrano right here, has allowed 3 runs to score in this inning. Heredia now the batter. Pinch hitter is in the number 9 spot for the Pirate pitcher. Quintana with a 1-2 count. And Heredia hits it to short. Baez fires it across the diamond to Rizzo and retires Heredia for the 3rd out. But not before the Pirates score 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. We go now to the top of the 7th with a 5-3 Cub lead. I really hope that somewhere in a bullpen out behind that outfield wall that David Ross is warming up a reliever right now. Pirates bring in a new reliever, Edgar Santana, and he will face the 2-3-4 batters in the Cub lineup. 2-2 count now. Santana with the pitch. There's a hard hit ball, but the third baseman has the play. Gonzalez throws to first, and Bell retires him for the first out. Rizzo now batting. Top of the seventh, 1 out. First pitch to Rizzo. And Rizzo pops it up on the infield. It looks like Frazier will have a play. He does. Second out for the Cubs. Baez now batting. 2 down, nobody on. 2-2 count. Baez swings and misses at strike 3, and the Cubs are retired in order in the top of the 7th. And now, because David Ross apparently doesn't trust anyone in his bullpen, he sends Quintana out to work in the bottom of the 7th inning after Quintana allowed 3 runs to score in the bottom of the 6th. Let's see how this goes. He's going to face the top of the Pirate order. Leadoff man, Jared Dyson. 1-2 count. Quintana comes to the plate. That's hit to center field. Almora coming in makes the play for the first out. Newman now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 count. And he hits it on the ground. Quintana picks it up, throws to first, and Newman is retired for the second out. Well, Bell is now going to bat. Pirate first baseman has 3 home runs already on the year. 2-2 count with 2 outs. And he skies it to left field. Very high fly ball. Schwarber gets under it and puts it away for the third out. Apparently David Ross knows his pitchers better than I do. And Quintana retires the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th. Going now to top of the 8th. Cubs will send up lefty Kyle Schwarber, first batter, against the Pirate righty Edgar Santana. 1-2 count to Schwarber. Here's the pitch. Schwarber watches strike 3 go by on the inside half of the plate. I don't know what Schwarber was looking for there, but it was not the fastball. Bryant now the batter with 1 out and 0-1 count. Bryant fights off that inside pitch. He hits it high off the wall in center field. Bryant digging for second. He slides and he is safe with a double. Nice piece of hitting right there for Bryant. That pitch looked like it was going to be up and in, which is a pitch they had struck him out on earlier, but Bryant manages to knock it out into the center field wall and gets a double. So excellent adjustment there by Bryant. Contreras now the batter with 1 out, and Contreras draws the intentional walk. The Pirates apparently would rather pitch to Almora with 1 out. Runners on first and second. The double play is in order. And Santana with the 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Almora hits it on the ground. Third baseman to second to first, and the Pirates go around the horn to complete the double play. So the intentional walk ends up working as a good strategy for the Pirates. It gets them out of the inning. The Cubs bring in setup man Nick Birdie to pitch the 8th inning against the middle of the Pirate lineup. Polanco will be the first batter. And a 1-2 count. Birdie looks in with the pitch. And he strikes out Polanco on a low and in fastball. That clocked in at 97. Well, I don't know what happened to Birdie. We have a new pitcher out now, Jeffress. I think Birdie might have gotten hurt. Let's take a look here and see. Yes, Nick Birdie was injured while pitching. We'll have to check in on that after the game. Normally now, the rules require that a pitcher face 3 batters. However, Birdie leaves due to the injury, and Jeffress comes in now to face the Pirate left fielder Reynolds. 1-2 count, Jeffress with the pitch. And Reynolds knocks it into left field. Schwarber has a long run. He was shaded toward left center. Oh, but that's Happ out in left field. He was a defensive replacement for Schwarber. It looks like the Cubs actually pulled a double switch. Happ is now in left field as a defensive replacement for Schwarber. He is going to lead off the Cub half of the ninth inning. The pitcher, Jeffress, is inserted into the number 5 spot. And the Cubs would have to send, it looks like, 6 batters up to get around to him. So now, that was the second out. Jeffress pitching with 2 outs, nobody on, to Frazier. 1-1 count. With the pitch. Ground ball to Fletcher. Fires over to Rizzo at first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Well, Jeffress, in relief of the injured Birdie, ends the 8th inning, and the Cubs maintain their 5-3 lead. Happ now, having entered the game last inning, will bat leadoff in the top of the 9th. Full count to Happ with the pitch. He watches ball 4 go by outside. Good eye by Happ, and the Cubs have a base runner with Hayward the batter and nobody out. 2-1 count to Hayward. Oh, and that one is thrown away. Caratini cannot get a handle on it. That is a wild pitch. Happ advances to second. 3-1 count now to Hayward. Happ standing on second. And here's the pitch. Hayward swings and misses on the full count fastball. He cannot catch up with it. First out of the top of the 9th inning, and Fletcher now the batter. Still a runner on second, and 1 out. And Fletcher hits it on the ground to the right side. His counterpart, the second baseman Frazier, will field and throw to first. Happ is able to advance to second as the infield paid no attention to him on that ground ball. Rizzo will now bat with the runner on third and 2 out, and that'll be scored as a fielder's choice to retire Fletcher on the last play. 1-2 count now to Rizzo. And he watches strike 3 go by. The Cubs are retired in the top of the 9th. Go down to the bottom of the 9th. The Cubs will bring out closer Craig Kimbrell. He will face 7, 8, 9 batters in the Pirate order and try to nail down this Cub win. 2-2 count. Kimbrell with the pitch. And he gets Caratini to swing and miss on a low and away slider, perhaps, at 80 miles an hour. I didn't catch exactly what that pitch was, but he fooled Caratini with it, and Gonzalez now is the batter with 1 out and nobody on. 1-2 count. Kimbrell with the pitch. And he strikes out Gonzalez with a high fastball at 97. Gonzalez had no chance of catching up with that one. Colin Moran now will pinch hit for the Pirates' number 9 spot, the pitcher's spot. Stand in from the left side against the righty Kimbrell. 2-2 count with the pitch. And Kimbrell strikes out the side to secure the Cub win. The Cubs score 5 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. Pirates, 3 runs on 4 hits with also 1 error. And the Cubs improve their record to 6-7, dropping the Pirates to 9-4, and cut their lead in the division down to 3 games. We look and see Quintana was the player of the game. 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned due to the Bryant error, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. He earned the win. Birdie and Jeffress both got holds, and Kimbrell got his 3rd save of the season. He is still not allowed an earned run this season either. Trevor Williams for the Pirates is credited with the loss. He drops to 0-2. The Pirate bullpen actually threw 6 innings of relief and kept him in the game, but ultimately it was not enough. The 5 runs given up early on were enough for the Cubs to hold up and win this game. And Nick Birdie we're going to see that he is out with diagnosis pending. So maybe we'll have an update for him in a couple of days. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.